guys, my name is Wangeshi Munene. Welcome back to my channel, and back with another video. I hope you guys are doing okay during this self-isolation period. I hope you're washing your hands. I hope you're sanitizing. I hope you're keeping indoors, checking up on your loved ones, and I hope you're doing good generally. So today I have a video about protecting your vibe, how you can protect your vibe. I know right now we are indoors, but eventually I'm hoping that we are going to resume back to our normal lives, and I would like advise you to take this time of self-isolation to just improve yourself, educate yourself, and watch my channel. Yes, I have so much content for you guys, and so much positivity that I want to put out of the world and tell my story, bring you along my journey, and I hope you're going to stick around. So during this time, you should take time to improve yourself and learn some skills that you can use when our life get back to normal. That's why I want to give you ways you can be protecting your vibe, your energy, and keep that zen bubble around you. I know it's not always possible to be peaceful and zen. Sometimes you lose your shit, and and that's okay too, but it's good at least to like do things that are right for you. That's what protecting your vibe is all about. You do things that are right for you. You go to places that feel like home. You surround yourself with people who make you happy, people who make you safe, and just living a very happy life. That's how you protect your vibe. So the world is full of so many toxic things. There's toxic things on social media, toxic things on TV, toxic friends, toxic family, just toxic environments everywhere. And I just think that you should just make that choice to protect your vibe and be happy. Happiness is just not something that just that just happens. It's a state of mind, it's a process. You have to put in the work. It's a choice that you make in your life, like to be happy. So I remember in my campus days, life was good, but I really struggled with some negative thoughts, and I had like internal conflict within myself, and I had so much self-doubt, so much people pleasing, and I realized beginning of last year that I should like make necessary changes, make necessary lifestyle changes in my life, so that I become happy, because I had really lost myself. So I really had to like make that decision to just discover myself and find my identity and stuff like that. So I started on this journey of personal development, and that's why I want to bring you along and just teach you some of the things that I've learned along the way up to now. Yeah, so most of the things I'll be sharing is from personal experience, and just from the books I read and research I do. And yeah, I hope you learn something. I hope I'll bring you value. Yeah, so I need you to look at yourself right now, like what kind of environment are you in when it comes to maybe your job or your career, when it comes to your friends, your family. Yes, family can be toxic too. Your relationships and your friendships, and just your general environment. You might find yourself that you have a toxic situation around you, and if you really want to get rid of that toxic environment, and you want to get rid of that anxiety and being depressed, you have to protect your vibe. You have to protect that aura around you. You surround yourself with positive things, peaceful things. Yes, so I'm happy that I'm going to give you at least just five things that you can use to protect your vibe. So let's get right into the video. Number one is please yourself before you please others. Okay, pleasing yourself before you please others doesn't mean that you become selfish. All I'm suggesting is you think of yourself first every time. Always ask yourself if what you're doing is pleasing people and it's not pleasing you. Like, you're doing something just to make another person happy, even if you're not happy yourself. I was a very big people pleaser. I still do it right now, but at least I'm a bit aware when I'm doing it, and I try to like control it. And I think I attribute this to being a firstborn, where I tend to like take care of other people before I take care of myself. So like, let them be happy, let them be comfortable, let me be there for them, and then I'm left just as the last person. Like, I put myself last. And sometimes I also like attribute it to having very busy parents. So I really did some things so that I can like seek this love and approval from them, and just a desire to be accepted. Yeah, I think that's it. There are many reasons that people please each other, please other people, but mine, I guess, it's because of those reasons. And when you become a people pleaser, you easily lose yourself. So you're just used to doing things for others, making other people happy, and then you just forget about yourself. It becomes so natural, you always forget about yourself, you lose yourself, and it's not good to lose yourself. So you have to protect your vibe, and the first step of doing this is learn to stop being a people pleaser. Learn to say no, learn to set boundaries. And the only thing you have to do is to communicate. The thing you fear is telling somebody no, or telling somebody, what, I feel tired, I can't go out, I can't be there for you right now, I'm dealing with also my own issues. Or just saying, what, not now, I'll do it another time. So it's just communication. And once you communicate to a person, you say, what, I cannot be there right now, they'll understand. They'll, even if they won't understand, at least it would be for your own peace of mind. Because if you just keep on pleasing people, giving out, and keeping nothing to yourself, you'll be left empty. And you don't want to be empty, right? You don't want to be empty. You want to protect your way, you want to protect that peace in you. So learn to be kind. Yes, be kind, but don't let people push you over. Okay? 2, cut toxic people out of your life. This is like people say every beginning of the year, oh, I'm cutting people off, and sometimes you find yourself maybe in the middle of the year, you've received them back into your life, or you just keep them around, or they just manipulate you into staying and stuff like that. You have to be selective about the people that are around you. You catch what's near you. Just like this coronavirus, you told keep people 1 meter away, keep them 1 meter away, because when someone is close to you, they can transmit the virus to you. So you catch what's near you. If someone is toxic, they'll always bring that toxicity around you. If someone is negative, you'll catch that negativity. So you have to be careful about the people that like around your life. And something about toxic people, they really take over your life. Like, you can't have your own life. They're always in crisis mode. They'll be always manipulating you. They're always like bad for your self-esteem. They're always bad for your they make you anxious and all that stuff. The relationship with them is always one-sided. It's always about them, and never about you. So if you look at your friendships and look at the people around you, you can see that this is a toxic relationship. If someone is always doing these things that I've mentioned to you, it's a toxic relationship. And they're so exhausting. They're exhausting. Like, if someone, okay, maybe someone might not be like bad for you, like not giving you anxiety, not making you feel bad about yourself, but you just like, what, this person, our lines don't align. What I want in life is not what they want in life, and whatever you're doing, maybe your values clash, and you respect their decisions, you respect their values, you respect their faith and everything they're doing with their lives. But you yourself, you're like, oh, okay, let me just distance myself. Or you just like minimize the contact that you have with them, because of course you don't agree in so many ways. So you would rather spend time with people you agree with, people whose vibe you're vibing with. Your vibes are connected, your vibrations are on the same level, instead of just vibing with someone that never gets you. You don't get each other. So such people, it's good to cut them off. I remember in 2019 I started off like that, and people actually thought it was a joke. I cut off a few friends from campus, and it's not like I hated them. No, I didn't hate them. It's just like they were bad for my mental health. Yeah, that's it. And some of the values they had and some of the things they did, uh, I kind of didn't agree with them, and I just needed a fresh start. Yes, I needed to just go back to the drawing board and refresh my life and start from scratch and build myself and just my identity from scratch. And so I had to just distance myself. I know sometimes maybe they don't understand why, because we're friends for so many years, but so far so good. I'm glad I did it because I'm a better place. If we meet maybe later in life, I'm sure maybe we can become friends because they are really wonderful people, and I would like maybe to reconnect with them later. But okay, all I'm just saying is sometimes you just have to do what's best for you and cut some people off. Even family can be very toxic. So if you distance yourself, and that family member that you always go maybe to family functions and is insulting your weight, or insulting how you look, or insulting the job you're doing, or just like making jokes and throwing jabs at you, and you always feel anxious around them and not comfortable. Such people, you take note of such people and you're like, you know what, I'd rather even stop going to these gatherings. If this person is making me feel bad about myself, I'm like, no, bye. Like, I'm not doing this. And just for your own peace, protect your own peace, so that you can just like go back to that original vibe. Protect yourself. It's good to protect yourself by cutting people off. Number 3, learn to let go. I've always said letting go and letting God is the best thing. Like, I know it's not easy. If you're a control freak, you always want to control situations and know the outcome of things. So letting go can be really, really hard, and it's hard to like just let things flow and stuff like that. But it's good sometimes to not stress yourself over things that you cannot control. This serenity prayer that people always say, that God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, to courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. People put this serenity prayer in their statuses, in their captions and all that, but have you really thought, do you really practice it? Do you really accept God to give you the serenity to accept the things you can't change, and do you accept the things you cannot change? And it's very powerful. This prayer is very powerful, and you have to take it into consideration, because giving up some control is good. When you give up control, it doesn't mean that you're giving up, or you're not doing something to change a situation. No, you just accept. If you've done something, you failed, and you think, this thing didn't work, and you're like, can I do something to change it? Yes. Can I see the method I used and see, this is where I went wrong, I can do it better, do it. But if something happens and you can't change it, you can't do anything, just let it go. Let it go, and better things will come to you. The way you another example is the way you hold it. Let's say you're in somewhere around people and you fear to be free, so you hold in your fats, you hold them in, and eventually your stomach will just be gassed up, and you won't be able to, your stomach starts becoming upset. You just feel awful, you're not comfortable. But when you just release, and then when you go to the bathroom and you release it, you feel free, you feel so free. So it's the same thing. If you keep holding on to things, you will be so sick, and you're just blocking yourself from being happy. So just let it go, release all of it, let it go. If it's the past, let it go. If it's people who have been saying bad things about you, let it go. If it's something that failed in your life, let it go. If it's a failed relationship, let it go. Everything that is making you making you to have a bad vibe, like it's soiling up your vibe, just let it go, sis. Let it go, bro. Like, don't let anything petty stress you out. If someone says things or write those funny comments on your social media, and you're like, oh, why is this person saying this? Like, what kind of person is this? It's easy to get all angry and want to hit back and stuff like that. Funny thing, if you really, really let go and have faith, and that things are going to be great in the future, and you're like, you know what, let me just remain in this good circle of vibe by myself, and let me be happy, let me just remain in this higher vibration. You'll always be like protecting your vibe, so just learn to let go and your vibe will always be. Number 4, have some quiet time. Having some personal time to yourself is very important. I know extroverts are good at going out, meeting people. You can't stay by yourself. You feed off of that energy from people, and sometimes it's good to take a rest from it, because when you feed from people's energy, feed, you're filled with other people's energy, and you can't like feel your own vibe. You're always used to people influencing your decision, people influencing your thoughts, your emotions and all that. So it's good to come back home and just get some quiet time and recharge. When you get some quiet time, your brain even recharges, and you're able to you become even more effective, become more efficient when it comes to whatever you're doing in life. So disconnecting and unplugging from the world is very good. People associate staying at home like staying alone. Personally, I like staying alone. Like I like quiet time, alone time, and people mistake it for being lonely or sad. Okay, of course, when someone is depressed, sometimes you like staying alone, locking yourself in. So I don't mean that. I don't mean where you don't even open your curtains and you stay in bed in your pajamas for days and you're eating junk. No, I don't mean that. That's not alone time. I mean just having this quiet time when you're alone, where you recharge yourself, where you take part in hobbies, you read a book to make you happy, you go for a hike, you go for a picnic, you go for a walk. Yeah, that's alone time, where you have time to be mindful of your surroundings and just to practice some self-care. So if you're always busy, you don't have time to just slow down. You really need alone time. Just create, at least even if it's once a week on Sundays, unplug from the world, from social media, and just create some alone time, and be mindful of your life and where you are. And it's very important. People who are able to tolerate time alone are usually very happy, and they're more satisfied with life. So learn to spend some quiet time, and it really like amps up your vibe. You'll protect your vibe, so that when you go out there, you're recharged and your mind is relaxed, your body is relaxed, and you'll be good. Like, your vibe will always be protected. Number 5, trust your instincts and never take life too seriously. That fifth sense that always tells you to, what, don't do this doesn't feel right, this, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't make this decision. You should always listen to your fifth sense. Like, the instincts are very right. Personally, my instincts are very right. And when you learn to, like, quiet your mind and just listen to what your gut is saying, you'll realize it will help you from making so many bad decisions, from getting yourself in situations that you would have avoided, that are fucking up your vibe, or are destroying your vibe. And it's good, but it's good to differentiate between fear vibes and the real vibes, the trusting vibes. So the fear vibe, yes, it will tell you don't do this, but it has a crippling effect. Like, it makes you overthink, it makes you to overanalyze situations, and it breaks you down and makes you feel like you're anxious and should I do you there's a conflict. So that's a fear vibe. So you differentiate between a fear vibe and a trusting vibe, because a trusting vibe is it's exact, it's telling you no, it's like, no, don't do this, don't do this. It's very exact. So you should differentiate between the fear vibe, the fear instincts, and the trusting instincts. Yeah, and that's like very important to know. So protect your vibe and don't take life too seriously. Like, just learn to laugh at yourself when you make a mistake, and you're like, yeah, it's okay, it happened, I'll do better next time, and it's never that serious. Life is never that serious. So just take it easy, learn to laugh, and enjoy life, and just enjoy the little things in life. Believe in a in yourself, in hope, in faith that that things are going to get better. And you know, when you just easy with things, you know, you accept things as they come, and you're not stressing over things that did not happen in your life. You're not taking life too seriously, and you're just taking everything as it comes and accepting everything that comes to you, and just having faith, and everything is going to be all right. And that's how also you protect your vibe. So I'm glad you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're going to use these tips to protect your vibe and be on high vibrations and be safe and happy with yourself. If you have any questions, please leave your comments below, and I'll be sure to answer them. Also, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell for when I drop another video, and also follow me on Instagram at Wangeshi Monene, and you see my few tips on life, and she'll be together. So remember to wash your hands, be safe. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.